Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the BuzzLux YouTube channel. My name's Nick, and today I'm going to be doing a product overview and review of this Acer 29-inch 21:9 aspect ratio monitor. Now this monitor has a resolution of 2560 by 1080p, and it's a really nice monitor if you need more horizontal screen real estate. So instead of using, let's say, two monitors, this might be a good option for you if you don't like the bezels in between, or you don't have a lot of desk space for two monitors and you just need more space. So with this monitor, it's almost like having two 17-inch monitors side by side, and so yeah, you can have like one web page on one side and like a Word document spreadsheet on the other. So it's great for productivity and content creation and stuff like that. So it's a great monitor for all that. Plus, if you need a monitor for editing videos and whatnot, it's also very good. So again, content creation. But anyways, I got this mostly for gaming. Now, with this kind of aspect ratio, you get a lot more viewing. You just see more of the map. So like through your peripheral vision, or even just looking head on, you just see more like around you. So if you're on like a first person game and let's say like Far Cry, for example. So like you're running through the forest in Far Cry, you see like a lot more on either side of you of just like the landscape and like of the map in general. So it gives a lot more immersion to the game, for your peripherals and stuff. With like a normal monitor, at least for me, I feel kind of like boxed in, like I have to turn constantly and stuff to see stuff. But with this, you see just a lot more in general of the map, and you don't get that feeling. It's more, definitely more immersive than a regular 16:9 aspect ratio monitor. So that's where the extra pixels come into account. It's still like a 1080p screen, but it has a 2560 screen resolution because it's so wide. So like the vertical screen pixel count is like the same as like a 1080p monitor, and like it's like pretty much the same vertically too, or horizontally too, because it's so wide. So you're still getting like the 1080p pixel count, so it's still going to look really good, and it's also not as demanding to run as, let's say, like a 2560 by 1440p monitor. So it's just like a little more demanding than 1080p. So if you have like older hardware or like a gaming laptop, you'll still be able to run games fine at this resolution. Anyways, going on to the actual monitor itself here. This is from Acer. This is their 21:9 aspect ratio monitor. They only have one, I believe, and it's this one. Now this one went on sale on Newegg. That's actually why I bought it, this particular model. I've had my eye on one of these monitors for a while now, and they usually hover around $400. I think there's like one brand that's around $375 most of the time, but pretty much all the rest of them hold their price at $400, so, or more. So when this went on sale, it was $330 plus with like a promo code when you add it to cart. It was on Newegg, by the way, and it dropped it down to $300. So that's $100 off of like the price that it normally is. So I hopped on it and bought that monitor. I think the sale's still going on actually. So if you're in the market for one, I'd say watch the rest of my video first, but then go check it out. Anyways, this monitor, it has a matte finish on the display, so the glares won't be as serious if you have lights on in the room, or lights coming from a window or something. This one has a fully articulating stand, which is that's pretty much why I ruled out the one that was $375. I think it was like an AOC monitor or something, just because it didn't have the fully articulating stand. I really wanted that. Also, this one has something that the other ones I don't believe have. It's a 4-port USB hub, USB 3.0 hub, actually. So, you know, you have one up, 4 down USB port. So there's like 2 on the side and then 2 where the display connections go. This monitor also has 2 HDMI, 1 DVI, and 1 Displayport. It actually has a physical power switch on the back, which is kind of unusual for a monitor, or at least the ones that I've owned or seen. So it has a physical on-off switch on the back, as well as your various controls on the front. This does support picture-in-picture, I believe. I haven't tested it yet, but it does support picture-in-picture, as well as other various tuning options and the menu and stuff. So, yeah. One thing I did notice, and I've seen reviews online stating that the DisplayPort's kind of buggy. I don't know if it's like a firmware issue or something like that, but my DisplayPort doesn't work. I've tried it. It says like no cable detected and stuff. Now it might be because I'm using DisplayPort to a mini DisplayPort cable, but I've read online that other people have had the same problems with it, and they said that what they had to do was they had to like use it with an HDMI first, HDMI cable, and then plug in the DisplayPort, and that's supposed to make it work. And I guess that worked for a couple people, but I personally tried it and it did not work. So my DisplayPort doesn't work. It's not really a big deal to me. I'm just using HDMI. It supports the full resolution under Windows with HDMI, but that's not the same for Mac. If you're using OS X, apparently Mac software or their OS doesn't support this resolution through HDMI. You have to use the Thunderbolt or DisplayPort in order to get that full resolution with a Mac computer. So something to keep in mind if you're purchasing this for a Mac, there's issues with the DisplayPort. I'm sure it's probably going to end up working for me. I just have to like turn off that power switch in the back and then use HDMI first or something and get it to work. But that's what other people have said. They've gotten it working and haven't had a problem with it after it works that initial first time. So anyways, if you're using Mac, maybe do a little more research on it. But for Windows, I'm perfectly fine with HDMI. I still get the full resolution with 60 Hertz, so no problem there. So yeah, the overall viewing angles are pretty good. Acer has a little bit of backlight bleeding with their monitors. My 24-inch had the same problem. It's not too serious, but when there's like a nothing being projected on the screen, or like it's like a super dark image, you will see a little bleeding in the corners, or you know, it just kind of washed out black. But once there's something on the screen, it's a really great picture. Like this picture in particular is just like really gorgeous. Now and the viewing angles are pretty decent. They're better than my 24-inch. But again, when you're using this, you're gonna want to look at it like straight on, head on. Which I'm guessing no one's going to be using it from like the corner, you know. They're going to be looking head on when they use it anyway. So, yeah, and it also had one stuck pixel, but I really have to look for it to find it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'd rather just keep it than return it and all that if it still functions for me. And I do believe these have a 2 or 3 year warranty as well. So, you know, later down the road, you can ship it back if it's giving you problems or whatever. So yeah, overall for $300, I think this is a great buy. It definitely gives you a different experience in PC gaming. You know, it's very, very cool. Definitely would recommend monitor. I'd recommend this one. This one's a really decent monitor, except for the DisplayPort issue. That's a little bit of a bummer, but I'll make sure to update the video if I do get that working. That's pretty much my only gripe. Other than that, it's a great monitor. So, like I said, I'll test it, see if I can get it to work. I'm also going to be doing more videos on different games and how they play with this aspect ratio, like how much more screen you get to see and like all that kind of stuff. or how much more of the map you get to see. And then I also did order another desk, so stay tuned. It should be in tomorrow. It's a very popular desk in the, they sell at a lot of big box stores and stuff. It's an L-shaped desk. So if you're in the market for a reasonably priced L-shaped desk, stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm going to be posting the video on that. And thank you for watching. This is Nick with the BuzzLux YouTube channel.